Hello, I'm Tesla and I show you everything I do with my money, and it is currently November 27th. It is basically the end of November and I totally did not budget anything for my second check. I've been on a family vacation since November 18th with most of my expenses taken care of, and so this video is mostly going to be me going through what I have spent this second half of the month and then saving whatever is left over. First up, I've spent $15.91 on gas, which is much lower than usual, and I am happy about that. Consumables, before I left, I bought some flowers for my house from Trader Joe's, and it was nice to see it on my dining table, but it was kind of dumb because it was 2 days before my trip, and then obviously they were all dead when I got back. So if and when I buy flowers in the future, I'm going to have to think of the timing and make sure I'm actually around to enjoy them. And I went pretty hard in the Trader Joe's frozen section. I spent $130.45 trying out all kinds of different stuff like desserts, and I bought basically the whole Trader Joe's store, which is why I did not purchase an every plate box this week. I'm going to be going through the things I bought and using that up before I buy something else. And I have only spent on junk food one time, $8.54 at Taco Bell, which is not bad because, like I said, most of my food on the trip was taken care of, and the food that wasn't will all fall under adventures because I went to San Francisco and Los Angeles, but because it's not a vacation that I coordinated and that I didn't go on, like, of my choosing, I put it under an adventure instead of a vacation, because it was basically the price of a weekend away as opposed to like a full vacation. I guess that's my reasoning. Anyway, I spent $39.64 on appearance because my plane was leaving a day earlier than I thought it was going to, and I didn't want to like go through all my clothes and find matching socks, so I just bought like 10 pairs of socks. And then I also bought a small purse just for my phone and my wallet. I thought I might use it on the trip, but I didn't, so I'll probably end up returning it. Health, my world runs on sleeping pills, so that was $14.20. So adventures, this would have been any meals I paid for myself, or sometimes I would pay for my little sister's meal, or I would pay for a souvenir here and there. The motel we stayed at was really cheap, and they only had sheets. They didn't have any blankets, so I also bought a comforter and blankets for us to make us more comfortable. All of that, $106.87, which is not bad for a week in two of the highest, most expensive cities in the U.S. So yeah, I don't regret that at all. I had a good time. For technology, my noise canceling headphones had stopped working. They wouldn't charge anymore, and I really wanted to use them on the trip. So the night before I left, I bought another charging cord, but they still just won't hold any charge or work at all. They were not that expensive, but I just bought them in May. I mean, it was less than $100, probably less than $50. And I really enjoyed them, and I didn't get them wet. I didn't do anything to break them, so I don't know what's going on. I'm going to check if I bought a warranty for them because I know it's not the charging cord that's the issue, but that was $684. So lending. I have lent out $217.18. So some of it is someone I know needing money for some things. That's probably a little over half of it. And then the rest of it is every time I go to a concert, my stepdad tells me to buy a second ticket. He says it's for my little sister, and even if she can't go, he'll just pay me even if she can't go. This is the second time he has done this. The ticket cost $133.15, and I said, well, I'll split it because, Christmas is coming up, so half the ticket will be my present to her, and then you could just pay me for half of the ticket. He has not sent the half back, and he didn't cover her ticket last time I got her something and she didn't go. So I'm not expecting any of this back anytime soon, or possibly at all. That is the risk you take when someone says, hey, can I borrow some money? And I'm like, yes. I still track it as lending, even though I cover it, even though knowing before the year is out, I may not get it back at all. What is this snoozed category? I haven't looked into this yet, I guess. I'll look into that later. But I have $1,263.63 left to assign, so I'm going to pop into my sinking funds. And I think I mentioned in a video prior that I lowered my month ahead fund, which is basically just my next month's bills, to $2,000. So even though it's negative $601.06, I'm only going to replenish $437.11. and put it at that mark. And let's see, $800. I'm going to put $150 in Christmas because that holiday is rapidly approaching and my family won't stop having kids. So I hope one day I can be the cool aunt who gives kids like exactly what they want. But right now, everybody's just getting like $20 each. That's just how it's going to go. It says I would need to assign almost $568 to reach my emergency savings goal. That's probably not going to happen, but I will add, let's say, $150 to that goal. And then I'm going to go through my categories and just see if I need to add anything else to cover me only for the next 3 days. So it really shouldn't be much at all, but I just want to make sure I do that before I put anything else into savings. So I was looking through Amazon and I know how much I need to assign. I am getting, every year I get toothbrushes made of bamboo. They have plant-based bristles, and I know that buying from Amazon is not an environmentally nice way to do things, but that's how it's accessible to me, and it makes me feel like I'm doing my part. And I know almost $22 is a lot for 4 toothbrushes, but that is just something I've been doing for like years now. And I'm going to assign the same amount into presents actually because I'm going to get my mom the same ones. I've been slowly getting her to switch over to more eco-friendlier options like the toilet paper I use and things like that. And so the strategy is once I gift her something and she uses it, then she'll usually get convinced and switch over. But if I just tell her to try something new, then she won't do it. But anyway, yeah, that's her Christmas present is toothbrushes. Very exciting stuff. Durables, I know that I need to assign $97.40. At the beginning of the month, I started thinking about how I would really like to have my own printer, and I would like to have my TV mounted to my bedroom wall. The printer alone was $100, and the mount was $37, so I waited for Black Friday, and together it's less than $100, so I guess I saved about $40 by waiting throughout the month. I'm not really a fan of Black Friday. I think it only makes sense to wait and buy things if it's something that you've been wanting or needing for a while. But I didn't even want to let myself look at like the Black Friday deal sections or anything like that because it's like if it wasn't already on my radar, then I don't need the world to convince me that I need it. You know, it's like I see so many things like you didn't know you needed this, and it's like no, I know what I need. Don't try to convince me otherwise. I don't want to buy stuff that I wasn't already thinking about. And maintenance, because of what I put in towards maintenance, my fridge and freezer, ice dispenser, water dispenser, etc., that is all working again. So I haven't made any more moves to get another fridge. Now would be the time to buy one if I was going to, but I don't want to buy a new fridge now that this one is working again because I feel like we as a culture just tend to throw stuff away instead of trying to fix it, but then I find myself in a cycle of just constantly fixing things, so I don't know yet. I'm still just waiting it out. I think I'm going to give it like a good month to see if it's still functioning as it's supposed to. But other than that, I am sick of looking at and talking about appliances. I have an every plate box for December, but they'll probably charge me in November. I'm expecting that to be $55.13. So a few days left in the month, but I do go to work, like a physical work location throughout the week, and I'm notorious for forgetting my food. So I'll put $9 in junk food and $15 in dining out in case my coworkers want to go anywhere out for lunch. Support always gets another $25. I'm thinking that it's probably time to start getting things in order for Christmas. I'll mostly be using my Christmas fund, but I'm going to add another, let's add 50 here. Maybe round it out to be like $75 and start getting things now. I'm going to put 50 in miscellaneous. I don't know what could come up. Maybe I'll get invited out somewhere and I'll want to have the flexibility to do that, but likely I'll come in under in all of the categories that I just assigned. Okay, so that leaves me 177.71. Memberships, I could probably adjust this goal because I decided not to renew my yoga membership, which was like $1,000. So I don't know if I should leave the money in here for flexibility to like do something else or take some other kind of class, or if I should just like remove it all and then focus my attention like elsewhere. So I might empty this goal and move it. I'll have to think about it though. The responsible thing to do would be putting it in emergencies. I'm only $739 for my medical care goals, so I'm going to add that there. Now I'm officially at $1,000 for medical care, which is really not enough. um, but it's a start. I want to add towards furniture. Maybe I'll do 50 towards furniture. No, 75 towards furniture. And then the rest towards emergency is 95.32. If I wanted to hit my emergencies goal, I would still need, over 1,000. So I am definitely underfunded, and with only 1 month left, I am not expecting to hit my savings goals this year. I feel like a lot of different things came up, and that is unfortunate, but that is how it's looking. And I'm definitely going to take into consideration the patterns that I faced this year when it comes to adjusting my 2024 savings goals. But this is the season of gratitude, and I am grateful that at least my investments are still on track and will be for the rest of the year, which I think is fine because my investments will continue to grow while my cash savings will continue to depreciate. So even though I would feel more comfortable with more cash, it's okay that I'm ending the year with less than what I started with. Coming to peace with that. Anyway, that is how the end of November has been going for me. I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving or whatever holiday festivities you get up to, and I will see you later. Bye.